Hello everyone, what is up? Welcome back. I hope you're having a beautiful day thus far. Today, as you can tell by the title, we are going to be doing a tarot reading based on the next 3 months. I hope you are excited. With that being said, here is a clip of your piles right now. All right, you guys, these are the 3 piles. We have group number 1 with the skeleton key, group number 2 with the pearl bracelet, and group number 3 with my perfume sample, Pumpkin Familiar. I just thought it was cute and festive. So those are your 3 piles. If you need a moment to meditate on which pile is calling your name, you are free to do that right now. And if you would like to pick more than one pile, you are always welcome to do so. All right, you've picked your pile. Please go and check out my description box where I've left you timestamps for when your reading will start. With that, I'll just see you in the reading. Hello, group 1. Welcome to your guys' reading. We will be doing our dice today. We have Aries and Aquarius. Hello, Aries. Hello, Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising. We've got Cancer and Leo. Hello, Cancer. Hello, Leo. Sun, Moon, and Rising. With that being said, you guys, let's go ahead and start our shuffle about the next 3 months. I do want to start off with astrology cards just because I do feel like that's going to help paint a more clear picture as our base. What's happening over the next 3 months? Okay, some of you guys are traveling. Some of you guys are planning a trip. Some of you guys are planning potentially a move or to go back and receive an education in some way, shape, or form. I also do feel like a lot of you have intentions on making improvements on your physical appearance. Overall, the next 3 months, we are focusing on creating more balance and more harmony. So starting us off, we will talk about opposition. With balance, this is relates, mirrors, interacts, confronts, makes conscious, manifests, disciplines, conflicts with, tests, objectifies, and calls out. So with this card, group number 1, again, I do feel like the center point or the overall goal that we are having over the next 3 months is how can I make my life feel more balanced? How can I make my life feel more harmonious? The next card that we have here is the Ascendant. This is Outlook, you guys. This is all about our physical body. This is about how we are physically representing ourselves in the world. So very possible we are making physical changes that can go from, right, like changing our hair color, dressing differently, things like this, to more extremes like body modification. So this is worldview, mission statement, expression, affect, role, mark, attitude, outer self, point of view, body image, or likeness, approach, impact, and first impression. So again, you guys, this is all about our physical body and our physical selves, how we are presenting ourselves to the world. So, and then we have Sagittarius. So hello to all the Sagittariuses watching. This is the Voyager. So enthusiastic, philosophical, independent, generous, ethical, seeking, happy-go-lucky, adventurous, honest, barebacked, unbridled, experimental, lucky, boundless, traveling, risk-taking, tactless, and self-righteous. So with this one, you guys, again, for a lot of you, you are planning to go on a trip. You have a trip already planned, or you are planning a trip and going on that trip in the next 3 months. This could be travel for the holidays, travel to see family, to see friends. This could also just be like travel because you want to go travel. For some of you, this could be indicating you going and studying abroad, okay? Receiving some type of higher education in a foreign country. For others of you where you're like, I'm not traveling, I'm not going back to school, it's very possible that you are participating in more risky or risk-taking behavior, okay? Oftentimes, this risk-taking behavior is going to be behavior that is benefiting you, though. Okay. Can we please get a message for group number 1? So we have closure here. I am going to go ahead and pull some tarot cards in just a moment, you guys, and try to see exactly what this closure is referencing. We have closure. We have happiness here as well. So that is always something to look forward to, right? Being more happy, experiencing more happiness. And then this makes me the happiest. We have friendship here, you guys. And the older I get, the more I realize that friendship, the relationships in your life that are platonic, are some of the most important relationships that you could ever have. You know, like partners, obviously I know most people want love. Most people want romantic partnership. However, when it comes down to like growing older, time moving forward, I do believe that friendships become more and more valuable. So if you are somebody who has good friends in your life, do hold on to them, do cherish them, do your best to maintain those relationships. Do not allow your romantic relationships to impede upon, you can tell where my mind's at, impede upon your friendships or your platonic relationships. So for others of you, right, that could be representing making new friends, or like I said, spending more time with your friends. The vacation some of you guys could be going on could have to do with friendship. Okay. There we go. I feel like I'm very unorganized for you guys today, and I am sorry about that, but can we please get a message for group number 1? So overall, guys, I am seeing a lot of happiness. We have the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Both of these cards are really beautiful cards to get. The 9 of Cups is a card that represents being happy, having things that you want, having things that you desire. The 10 of Cups is being completely emotionally happy, so being very, very satisfied on a deep emotional level. The 7 of Swords is interesting because this does talk about a need to prioritize things that are important in your life. So not allowing the things that you want to see grow, the things that you value to fall at the wayside. It's important over the next 3 months that you are not wasting your time on things that don't matter. Just to put it very plainly, very simply, if something does not matter or if something is irrelevant to your bigger picture, I don't want you wasting too much time or too much energy on those topics, on those people, on those situations, okay? We have the Conqueror of Cups. So this is emotional happiness group number 1. I love that. For those of you who are single, it is possible that you're being approached with some type of romantic offer. For those of you who are in a relationship but not married, this could be your partner coming to you and asking to go on a date. This could be your partner coming to you and asking to elevate the relationship in some way, shape, or form. For those of you who are married, again, I would see this as your partner being somebody who is, again, approaching you with romantic offers, approaching you with this like, I want to go on a date. I want us to spend more time together. Maybe they even want to surprise you with something romantic. The Hierophant being here is interesting as well. Again, for those of you who are in a relationship and you've been in a relationship for a period of time, it's possible that this relationship is going to be elevating to the next level. This is all about making things official though, you guys, like signing binding contracts. So this could have to do with work, right? Signing new work contracts, signing perhaps a rental agreement of some sort, whether that is with a car, with a flat or an apartment, with a home. But this is making things more official, okay? For some of you, that could be representing guidance, okay? So seeking out higher guidance from a spiritual teacher or from somebody that you look up to spiritually. Can I please get, okay, I don't like doing this because if you are supposed to be surprised, I don't like ruining surprises, but we have an engagement ring here, you guys, and that's what right? That makes sense to me. The 10 of Cups being here, the Hierophant being here, the Conqueror of Cups being here, an engagement makes sense. So for those of you, like I said, who are in a relationship and you've been in a relationship for a moment, it's very possible that this person is proposing to you, or it's very possible that this person wants to elevate the relationship, such as let's move in together, or maybe even talks of an engagement, right? Like, what kind of ring do you want? What would you want our wedding to be like? What are your expectations for our future? Do you want kids? Like, conversations like this could be taking place. So engagement ring, higher commitment, eternity, partnership and union, and completion. So I do feel like your guys' love life group number 1 is going to be favored in the next 3 months, okay? Positive things happening, positive growth. Okay, what are you? we have cut down, cutting out, separation, stop the pattern, silent treatment. So I do feel like for some of you who picked this pile, you are kind of entering into this phase where you're walking away from something toxic, or you are ceasing a bad habit. Going back to that closure card, you guys, right? There is an end to something in your life, but it doesn't feel, number one, that serious. Number two, it doesn't feel that sad. It feels like we're bringing an end to something that needs to end, or something that's like, again, a bad habit. Okay. Can I? Okay, that's fine. Ooh. This is a poker face, taking a chance, risks and opportunity, not showing hand, and gambling. So again, that Sagittarius energy, you guys, is coming back around. I do think you guys are going to be particularly lucky over the next 3 months when it comes to the risks that you are taking. Now, that does not mean be foolish. That does not mean make silly, stupid decisions, but that is to say that if you've been wanting to make a move and you have a good idea of how to execute this move, then I think that it is a wise time to then proceed with this move or with this plan. Okay. All right. Can I please get a message for group number 1? I keep wanting to say group number 3 and I have no idea why. Okay. We have the Age of Light. You've been training for this for lifetimes. Again, so entering into this phase of like, I feel like life is happier. I feel like life is lighter. I feel like life is a little less stressful or a little less daunting. Oh, love this. Again, I think this pile is all about taking really big risks, but like it being okay. So the leap, you go first, the universe will catch you. So this is asking you, calling for you to have faith prior to having like a full solid idea or a full solid landing space, right? Like you have to take the leap and you have to trust that you are going to be okay. You have to take that risk and you have to trust that you are going to be okay. Again, I don't ever want to encourage people to make stupid decisions or to make thoughtless. That's maybe a better word. Not stupid. Thoughtless decisions. Thoughtless decisions are not decisions you should ever be making. You should always think about what you're doing before you do it. Duh. But I feel like the moves you guys are considering making are rather significant. Therefore, it's scary. Therefore, it's a little like, oh, I don't know if I should do this. And I think that this message for you guys today is like, it's okay to take the leap. It's okay to go forward. You are going to be okay with the thing that you have been planning on doing, but maybe you've been putting it off because you're like, I don't know if I'm going to be successful in this, or I don't know if this is going to be worth it. It's going to be fine. And for those of you who are seeking romance, I do feel like there will be more opportunity to experience heightened levels of romance over the next 3 months, depending on where you are at currently in your romantic life. Because again, some people are married who are watching this. Some people are in a relationship. Some people are single. So depending on where you're at, I want you to take the next 3 months to pour energy, not just into your romantic life, but also into your friendships, nourish these relationships. And I do feel like you will be finding more emotional satisfaction through these relationships. I'm not seeing very much regarding finances or money or work or anything like that, unless the leap has to do with work. Can we get... Okay, so this is security. The family room is talking about security. It's talking about feeling safe, feeling secure, having what you need. And then the wealthy man, to me, when this shows up, I am seeing this as somebody else in your life who possesses a significant amount of wealth or a significant amount of resources. Whether or not that person's willing to show up and help you, I don't know. That's just the reality of it. So, I guess we will leave it there, you guys. So, group number 1, take the risk, take the leap. Okay, you're going to be fine. Luck is on your side. The travel plans you are making, this is a good time to make those travel plans. The bad habits you're cutting out, Looks like that's going well. And then your relationships, your connections are also moving in a positive direction. So I am really excited for you guys, group number 1. This is overall so positive. I hope this was helpful, and I'm looking forward to the next 3 months for you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And that is all I've got. So bye. Hi, group 2. If you guys hear little like vrooms in the background, it's because everybody in my neighborhood decided to get their lawn mowed today. So I don't know. It's not my business, so I'm just gonna work through it. We are gonna start off with our zodiac dice. I don't know why I always show the dice like that with my freaking alien fingers, but whatever. We have Pisces and we have Aries. Hello Pisces, hello Aries, sun, moon, rising. Okay, we have Aries again. Hi Aries. And we have Cancer. Hello Cancer, sun, moon, rising. Jumping straight on into it, you guys. If you do want a personal reading, as always, those are in my description box. I only hold personal readings, you guys, once a month. I always like to remind people this is not my job. This is my hobby. This is something I enjoy doing. So I literally don't have the ability to do readings other than once a month, unless you're special. If you're special, you know, like you can message me and I'll probably make a reading available for you. But other than that, can't do it. Can I please, we have Uranus. This is revolution. Interesting. What is going on? What does group number 2 need to, I don't like this. This is not comfortable to me. The fact that we have Numos, you guys, is simply talking about mystery. It's talking about essentially things that we can't fully perceive. And obviously in a tarot reading, that is frustrating. So this is the unknown, the unknowable, meaning there's no way for you to know. ESP, psychic abilities, the cosmos, universal truth, oneness, source, the unnameable, shadow work, inner knowing, tingling, ghost, the other worlds, space, enigmas, the occult, and intuition. So naturally, you guys, there are unforeseen things that will be taking place over the next 3 months. There are things that we are not going to be covering in today's reading that are taking place over the next 3 months. That is what this is talking about. This is also talking about, for those of you who are more sensitive, perhaps you are receiving, what is the word I want to use? You are receiving, I don't want to use the word messages, so I am trying to avoid that, but you may be receiving dreams, signs. And again, I feel hesitant to say things like this, you guys, because I am aware that there are many people who are not mentally healthy who could hear that and then run with it. But you could be experiencing heightened sensitivities regarding your connection to the universe. Okay, that's how we're going to word that. We have Uranus here. This is revolution, breakthroughs, brainstorming, originality, insight, awakenings, technology, innovation, humanitarianism, reform, surprise, freedom, experimentation, the unexpected, rapture, edge, diversity, and enlightening. What I find fascinating about this, you guys, is this is radical change. Things shifting so quickly. A little bit of chaos going on. So this tends to be change that we are not necessarily like expecting or planning for. It happens quick and it happens a little all over the place. That's what Uranus feels like. It feels like revolution, but like chaos and static. So interesting. The 6th house is showing up as well, you guys. This has to do with work. This says craft on it. So work, details, health, well-being, diet, service, daily rituals, contribution, organization, purification, skills, apprenticeship, and method. So with that showing up, you guys, with Uranus and the 6th house here, what I'm taking from these 2 cards is that your daily life is going to be shifting. Your daily life is going to be evolving. You are going to be in a headspace or in a moment in your life where what you are doing on a day-to-day is drastically shifting. What that means, for some of you, you are wanting to lose weight. For others of you, you're wanting to gain weight. Maybe you're trying to put on some cake, okay? I don't know. So this is going to, change your schedule regarding working out. This is going to change your eating habits, cooking from home versus ordering out, or maybe ordering out more. Again, if you're trying to put on weight. For others of you, this is radical change happening within your workplace environment, okay? So what you're doing with work is shifting, or what you're doing with work is going to be affected by this Uranus energy. Also, you guys, I do feel the need to say this. When I'm talking about work, I am also talking about your education. So if you're like, oh, I'm a student, I'm talking about the same thing. Those are the exact same things energetically, okay? Okay. You guys could also be learning under somebody in a non-traditional setting. What I mean by that is if you're like, I'm not working, I am not in school, you could be taking on lessons from other people in non-traditional ways, okay? All right. Oh, great. Silly me. Okay. Can I please get a message for... That was quite a lot. We have trust here, you guys. And just reversing us back to this unknowable, this pneumos energy. There is a need to just trust, right? When there is an element of surprise, or when there is an element of, ooh, we don't know what's going to happen next. The truth is, like, you kind of just have to have faith that things are going to work out. So this is asking for you to trust, for you to have faith in the path forward. We have a spirit guide. Again, you are being looked after by higher beings. Whether that is spirit guides, angels, deities, God, whoever you believe in, whatever you believe in, like that, your higher self, right? I know for me energetically, I feel very connected to the idea of my higher self. With that being said, again, I want you guys to take this in a way that is fluid to your own personal beliefs. We have courage here, which is obviously representing a need to have more courage. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, you guys. I said trust, and this says truth. But we do have trust here, which is what I think I was reading off of. I was like, oh, trust. And then I was reading truth as trust. So, I do need more information on the truth, because what is the truth, right? Like, what does that mean? What does that have to do with over the next 3 months? That could be, right? Like, things are coming forward that give you perhaps more clarity or an easier time understanding what's going on in your day-to-day. We have forgiveness here as well. So there could be like a situation or a relationship that you are forgiving over the next 3 months. I don't know why my fingers are so slippery right now. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot and see if we can get any confirmation or anything that's leaning us towards like what clarity we're receiving. Okay, we have the Star. Beautiful to start off. What is, okay. I guess I won't ask my question. You guys, why can I not hold on to the cards? Okay. Okay. Somebody very recently got a tarot reading from me, and you know who you are because I told you. You were the first person that ever had this card pop out. This is now the second time I believe this card has popped out. Maybe the third, because I feel like there was one other time after that personal reading where it popped out, but I could be mistaken. Regardless, you guys, this card hardly ever pops out. I've had this deck for years and years, and this card quite literally, like, I never see it. Only very recently has it come out. So with that being said, if you did purchase that personal reading, and this came out for you, again, I want you to look at this as extra confirmation. Now, for everybody else, I don't know why this is here. I'm going to go ahead and ask information for that in just a moment. But starting us off, we have the Star. So the Star is a blessing, group number 2. The Star is representing something really positive coming into your life. Oftentimes, this does require you to be very vulnerable and open to the universe supplying you with this blessing. I feel like the Star comes at a point in our life where we are just arms wide open, like I'm just accepting whatever happens, happens. It feels very much like it can't get any worse. It's only up from here. I have hit my rock bottom. It is only up from here. That's the energy of the star. It's not the energy of rock bottom, but it's the energy of it literally can't get worse. So everything that's coming my way from this point forward feels like a blessing. We do have the Five of Cups though, and the Five of Cups is talking about disappointment. Let's break down what that disappointment is. If I'm being honest, prior to me looking at this, because I don't know what this is yet, guys, but what I'm getting from this is like you have a goal in mind, or you have something that you are trying to achieve, and it's not happening as quickly as you're wanting it to happen. It's happening slower. And I feel like the star is coming here to be like, hey, like I get that you're not getting what you want right now, but you are on the way there. Like it's coming, calm down. Like your blessing is still here. Your blessing is still coming. Appreciate how far you have come. So anyways, confirmation for the Five of Cups. We have the Sovereign of Coins. So this is a financial situation, you guys. Perhaps again, not achieving a financial goal or a personal goal that has to eventually do with finances, such as your education, right? Not reaching those goals in a timely manner or as quickly as you had wanted to or hoped to, okay? We have the Two of Wands here, and the Two of Wands is simply talking about a plan for the future. Again, we have love here. And then we have the Eight of Wands. So this is that chaos of Uranus coming forward again, of things happening very quickly and perhaps a little bit chaotically. The shifts and the changes that are occurring. I want more information on that love. Can I please understand why? Wow. Okay. So we do have the Tower. Hello, Mr. Tower. Something is falling apart. Through that falling apart, you are receiving more options. There is value here in this situation, and ultimately there's success. So something you love is falling apart, which honestly, you guys, the Tower could have just came up by itself and it would have told me that, because the Tower is something that we love. People see the Tower as a really negative card because it's not something that's easy to let go of. And although it's good for us to let go of, it hurts. It's sad. It's like there's a somber energy that comes with the Tower. I also want to say, you guys, Uranus being here makes sense as well, because again, the Tower is chaos. It is change happening in a chaotic way. Now, this specific reading, group number 2, this is for people who you know that you've needed to change in your life. You know that things have been stagnant, or you know that you've been unhappy, or you know that there's been a toxic relationship, work situation, or whatever in your life, and you're aware that change needs to occur, and you've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. And to me, what this reading is representing, the universe is kind of going like, hey, like, I don't like the time's up. Time's up. You're not doing anything, so I'm going to force change upon you. That's what I'm really receiving from this entire reading, you guys. And again, I think that this is affecting you on a day-to-day level. Like, I think this is changing your day-to-day habits, rituals, schedule. So, okay. Let's go ahead and continue forward. I feel like this reading is going in a really interesting direction, so I'm a little bit perplexed on which deck to pull from, but okay, why not? We have old school, outdated thinking, conditioning, replaying events over in your head. So this is literally what I said, you guys. Like, it feels like you've been in a situation that you know is toxic, that you know needs to change. And instead of changing it, you've just been putting it off because you're comfortable, because of this, because of that. And it feels very much like you are being forced to make a move. I also want to talk about conditioning. This is really important, you guys. I'm somebody who loves to read. I have not always loved to read, but I really, over the past maybe like 5 or 6 years, I have become such a bookworm. I don't know why I said that so strangely. And there is a book that I cherish very much. I'm sure many of you have read it in high school, A Brave New World. There is a portion of that book towards the end where they talk about conditioning. And if you're familiar with the book, then you obviously you either remember the quote or you understand why conditioning is so important to that story. But the point is, you guys, questioning your conditioning and questioning why you are doing something or why you are behaving in the way that you're behaving, why you want the things that you want, why you desire the things you desire. Is this coming from something that is from you, or is this coming from what society has told you is normal or what society has told you you need to do? So questioning your conditioning and perhaps choosing to go down a different path, choosing to go down a path that is more in alignment with yourself and not so much in alignment with what society tells you is normal or what is perceived as the next step, right? For example, I know for a lot of people there is pressure, right? Especially for women to get married, to have babies, to do this, to that. And my question always is to women, or at least the women in my life, is that what you want? Do you want that? Or do you want that because that is what you've been told that you're supposed to want? And obviously, many women want this. I'm not trying to say that just because you want it, that you've been conditioned to want it. But what I am saying is I think it's important to question why we want what we want, why we are doing the things we are doing. Okay. We have love call. This is expressing love, messages of love, thinking of you, and informing you. This is giving me a tough love call, somebody calling you and giving you tough love and being like, hey, I know you don't want to hear this, but you need to hear this. And I love you. And if I didn't love you, I wouldn't say this, but somebody's trying to protect you through expressing a difficult message. And then we have girl with a snake. This is charmed or used, enable, and boundaries. This is very much giving me Sarah from The Craft. Interesting. Okay. Golden mirror, narcissist, love bombing, self-absorbed, and one-sided. Okay, some of you guys, it's time to drop those individuals in your life who are giving you one-sided energy or one-sided relationships. And then we have a healing heart, healing heartbreak, toxicity or addiction, abusive relationship. So obviously, if you are finding yourself in a relationship that is abusive, whether that is emotional or physical, I do want to encourage you to leave or to exit that relationship as soon as you possibly can. Obviously, do so safely. With this as well, you guys, this could be a toxic friendship, right? This could be a toxic relationship with yourself. A toxic relationship within your own head, how you talk to yourself, how you treat yourself may need to be addressed. For those of you who are struggling with addiction, whether that is, am I allowed to say vaping? I don't know. Using any type of device that you would exhale, anything, smoke, that could be something that needs to be addressed. For those of you who are struggling with alcohol abuse or other addictions, I do want to encourage you guys to, again, seek help and to end those addictions. But addictions are, you guys, a lot broader than just, right, abusive substances or beverages. I feel like addiction can also be oh, I'm addicted to my phone. I'm addicted to scrolling on TikTok. I'm addicted to buying things. I'm addicted to many things. So this is a moment to assess. This is a moment to assess what it is about yourself or about your life, about your habits that you have a desire to change, and make those changes. Because again, for a lot of you, I do feel like if you do not choose the path of change is coming for you. Either way, it's knocking on your door and things are going to change. I think it would be a lot easier if you chose this yourself. Okay. Let's wrap this up through, here we go. Can I have some final messages for group number 2? Postpone, no. So this is wait, postpone, pause, and say no. The reason why we are in this moment of pause, the reason why we are in this moment of postponing is because, you guys, moving forward is not yet safe.
It's not that you need to stay where you are and to remain stagnant, but perhaps waiting until quote unquote the coast my goodness, the coast is clear. Wait until the storm has passed, right? Wait until it is safe for you to move forward. Again, especially for those of you who are in relationships that are not safe, make a plan, but you need to like leave when it's safe to leave. And then this is beautiful. We have birthing a new age, birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. So quite literally, you guys, what I'm getting for the vast majority of you is you are overturning your day-to-day life. Whether that is like I'm making healthier decisions by addressing my addictions or my negative self-talk. I'm addressing the fact that I hate my job and my toxic work environment and I'm going to change that. Or the relationship with my mother is unhealthy, so I'm distancing myself. Or the relationship with my friends are not satisfying and draining, so I'm going to distance myself. I'm going to question why I want the things that I want. Do I want to make a lot of money because that's genuinely what's going to make me happy? Or do I want to make lots of money because that's what society tells me I should do? Do I want to marry this person because I love them and because I want to spend the rest of my life with them? Or do I want to marry them because I need the validation, right? I think it's important for this group specifically to question why you want the things that you want. Is it a good reason to want this? Is it a good reason to sacrifice A, B, and C to move forward with this? Or is it not? So that's what I have for you guys, group 2. I'm sorry if this reading was complicated. I feel like it was all over the place. Again, I knew from the beginning with the Uranus and the Numos that it was going to be a difficult reading because those two energies are just chaotic and all over the place. And also there's like a little bit of haze that comes through with this mystery. So that's what I have though, group 2. Thank you so very much for allowing me to read for you today. I do hope it was helpful. I'm sending you so much love and that is all I've got. So bye. Hello, group number 3. Welcome to your guys' reading. We're going to start off with our zodiac dice. We have Scorpio and Aries. Hello, Scorpio. Hello, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. We have Libra and we have Taurus. Hello, Libra. Hello, Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising. One more. Aries and Cap. Hello, Aries. Hello, Capricorn. Okay. If you guys do want a personal reading, please do check out my description box. You will get the restock date there. Can I please get... We have the 2 of Swords. Can I please get... Two of Swords, Wheel of Fortune, the World, the Ruler of Cups. So, crossroads, group number 3. The next 3 months, you guys are going to come to a crossroads. There is a decision that needs to be made. I'm going to pull extra confirmation on this card, you guys, so I can try to get a better idea about what decision needs to be made or like what area of life this is being affected. That's our first card. Our next card is the Wheel of Fortune. Now, explaining the Wheel of Fortune, you guys, people, especially tarot readers online, oftentimes will describe it as like, oh, good things are happening, or oh, that, right? The Wheel of Fortune is not about good or bad. It is more neutral. I see this as fated events taking place. So something that is supposed to happen is happening in the next 3 months, okay? Whether it's expected or unexpected. The World is here as well, which this does indicate an ending. Obviously, endings have the ability to be difficult. And then the Ruler of Cups. So I think that this is going to be an emotional ending for a lot of you. Again, that could be good, that could be bad. I'm going to go ahead and get confirmation on the World and get confirmation on the 2 of Swords. Can we please get more... Perfect. More information on that? Okay. Can I get confirmation on the World? Okay, so
revisiting this Two of Swords. Like I said, you guys, we are at a crossroads. The confirmation cards you guys got are interesting because we do have the Six of Swords, and the Six of Swords is simply representing a change. But we already knew that based on the fact that we have the World here, right? We know that whatever is changing or whatever crossroads we have found ourselves in, there is going to be significant change because the World shows up later in the reading. So this is, again, confirming the fact that there is change happening. For some of you, this could be a physical move, but transition change is here. Fantastic, lovely. Again, not giving us a whole lot of new information. So the Seeker of Swords is acquiring information or becoming more inquisitive, asking more questions. This is leading to a decision being made. I want more on this, you guys, again, because like that situation specifically feels important. Can I please get more information? I don't like pulling a crazy amount of confirmation cards, but I just feel like that was kind of repeating the same message. The Hermit showing up. Okay, so this is something going on internally. Isolation, self-discovery. It's also Virgo energy, you guys. So what I want to say about this is for a lot of you, this decision, yes, is going to affect you externally. But I think the initial change or the initial shift is happening on an internal level. So you are acquiring information, knowledge, a different perspective that is readjusting your focus. And again, encouraging you or inspiring you to make internal changes or to make an internal mental shift. And that is then playing out externally. Now, with the World, we have the Eight of Swords to confirm it. The Eight of Swords, group number 3, is indeed representing being stuck. So something that you have been stuck in, a cycle that you have been trapped in, is coming to a close. For a lot of you, this does have to do with other people, okay? For some of you, this has to do with work, your coworkers, your relationship with your coworkers, or the people that you work with. That is what this is referring to. But for the vast majority of you, I do see this as a situation where, again, you have been stuck dealing with the same situation or the same person over and over and over again, and you previously did not see a way out. This could be a friendship, this could be a relationship, but you previously just felt like this situation is what it is and I'm just kind of stuck. That situation is changing. Again, that could mean that you are drawing boundaries. That could mean that you're ending a friendship, ending a relationship, moving away, right? But there's definitely, your hands have been tied and they are becoming untied, okay? So with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to the Oracle cards. Okay. Can I please get a message for group number 3? Embracing change. Through challenges, true connection can flourish. Journey, growth, and a shift. So expect a shift, you guys. And again, for a lot of you, I do think this shift is first taking place internally over the next 3 months, which when I really sit back and think about it, guys, like makes sense, right? Like we are going into the 2026, we're going into the new year. A lot of people mentally decide like, oh, hey, like I want next year to be different, or I want to make this change in my life or that change in my life. So it makes sense, right? Like we have endless love. This could be the one you waited for to love forever. This is engaged, a wedding, a commitment. Some of you guys could be getting engaged in the next 3 months. Congratulations. This commitment could have to do with things outside of romance though, okay? So again, making commitments to yourself, making commitments to make more money, to put in more work, to make physical changes, to make mental changes, right? This year, I really made it a point to say, I'm going to be healthier mentally. I'm going to make sure that I address the trauma that I have experienced over the last X amount of years. I'm going to go to therapy consistently. I'm going to focus on my health, what I'm putting into my body, with my mouth, but also with my eyes, what I'm consuming, right? So that could be something that you guys are doing as well. The main thing I'm getting from that though is like you are going into the next 3 months with a more committed mindset. We have flying high, feeling infatuated or having an intense affair. Okay, so when I see something like this, you guys, it's not that I don't like it, but starry-eyed and having an intense affair, this is very much like rose-colored glasses. So you are starting something new. It doesn't need to be romantic, you guys, but you are starting something new, and you are kind of going into it with this vision of like, oh, everything is perfect, everything is great, everything's amazing. And it's not to say that things aren't great, it's not to say that things aren't amazing, but just know the new things that you are starting over the next 3 months, you will get to a point where it's not new anymore and the infatuation wears off. Limerence is not permanent. So just keep that in mind and make sure that the decisions you are making are based in stability and logic and not just what you are feeling in the moment. We have unlock happiness, be vulnerable, and open yourself to real love. Okay, so chance, free, and exposed. 100% you guys are becoming more free. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this is emotionally free over the next 3 months. Yes, again, new relationships could start, but I'm more so seeing this as you guys putting yourself in really, really vulnerable situations to get hurt. So understand that, again, over the next 3 months, you are doing things in a different fashion. You are going about pursuing things differently. And although this is very positive, I want you to be aware that in doing this, you are making yourself vulnerable. I don't think this is a bad thing. I think to be vulnerable is to be brave. So I'm not saying this to scare you, but I am just letting you guys know that with what you are pursuing, whether it is professional pursuits, intellectual pursuits, or emotional pursuits, you are exposing yourself to rejection. You're exposing yourself to getting hurt, to not feeling good enough. And I'm not saying this again so that you run away from this, but so that you understand that it's going to require work. It's going to require effort. Group 3. I thought somebody was knocking at my door and I think it was just my phone vibrating, but can I please get a message? Life purpose. Now, whenever something like this comes up, you guys, I am hesitant to talk about it, or I'm hesitant to really grant it very much validity. The reason being is your life purpose is so much more. It's beyond just what you do for work. And I don't think that your life purpose can be fully encompassed in a tarot reading. Like, I just don't. I think your life purpose is so much more meaningful and deeper than anything that we can obtain from tarot or oracles, right? I think that your life purpose is connected, yes, to what you do at work and how you produce money and how you are contributing to society, but I also think your life purpose is connected to how you are treating yourself, what you are learning, what you are consuming, the people that you love, how you interact with the world and the people around you, right? I just think that this is far too complicated to describe, again, in a tarot reading, and I think it's far too personalized to really be able to like touch bases through tarot or through oracle cards. And that's just my personal opinion. Obviously you can disagree with that, but anyways, we have healing here as well, you guys, and healing showing up is telling me that there is a part of you that is healing over the next 3 months. I think it's important that we try to get a little bit more of a clear understanding of what that means. Okay, so this is healing a part of yourself that doesn't believe in yourself. Am I making sense? A part of you that doesn't feel good enough, a part of you that doesn't feel worthy. You are healing that piece of you. You are healing that part of you. The reason I'm saying that is the Magique is talking about having everything that you need in front of you, having the capabilities and the tools to achieve what you want. This is talking about worthiness. This is talking about being good enough and believing that you are good enough, utilizing what is in front of you to create the reality that you desire. Again, healing the magic in you, right? Healing the part of you that says like, I can't do this. You can, you have what you need. We also have the 8 of Cups. So a lot of you who picked this pile, I'm getting the impression that you have a hard time giving up on people, or you have a hard time walking away from things. It's not The way I look at this, you guys, right? Because I think I struggle with this a bit as well, but I look at it more as like a sunken cost. Like I'm like, ooh, I've invested a lot of my time or a lot of my energy or money into the situation. I can't just walk away or give it up freely or willingly. But this feels more emotional for a lot of you who picked this. Like it's like, I can't abandon this thing this person that I love, this thing that I love, or maybe even like a ego, like maybe being a little bit ego driven, like, no, I've dedicated my time to this, or people expect me to continue staying in this situation or pursuing this career or this major. So you are healing the part of you that doesn't feel as if you have autonomy to walk away. Okay. Interesting. Let's go ahead and keep going. Can I please get a message? We have grounding here, stability, security, performance, growth, and endurance. I do feel like there is a monumental amount of growth that's taking place for you guys over the next 3 months. I also really believe that these next 3 months are all about like evaluating ourselves, evaluating what we want to do with our time moving forward, how we want to make the best of it, or how we want to utilize the time in front of us. Okay. Let's go ahead and get a love message for you guys. Can I please get a message? We have pacify. This is reassure, persuade, clarify, and identify. Some of you guys are seeking validation in the wrong people or in the wrong things. Yeah, I don't feel as if I can speak freely on this, but I will leave this card as it is. Some of you guys are seeking reassurance, things that you have convinced yourself have a lot of meaning, but are really meaningless without it being mutual. Then we have Prince of Cats, fashion and aggressiveness. I don't like this. This has given me not the greatest of vibes. Perhaps you are dealing with an individual who is a little aggressive, a little sassy. I don't like sassy men. I don't like sassy individuals. So I think we're going to pull from a different love deck, because that to me just felt very like frivolous. Like you're pacifying yourself with someone who like kind of sucks. This could be, again, a friendship. Can I... Depth. Okay. This feels better. Depth, awareness, importance, and value. Okay. So again, seeking deeper meaning in your connections, seeking more meaningful connections. Again, this doesn't necessarily have to be romantic. It could be platonic as well. We have peace. This is balance, harmony, and friendship. Like I said, this could have to do with friendship as well. We have pain, apprehensive, afraid, and cautious. You guys, the price of love is pain, okay? The price of being a human and experiencing the complete range of being a human is putting yourself out there to get hurt. That is not something you can avoid. Not everybody you meet is going to hurt you. Not everybody you fall in love with is going to hurt you. Not everything you love or you pursue is going to be a failure. But in order to truly live, you have to be willing to put your emotions on the line. You have to be willing to put yourself in uncomfortable situations if you truly want to live a fulfilling human experience. That just is what it is. And the sooner you accept that, the better. I'm not saying life has to be painful. I'm not saying love has to be painful. I'm not saying your life just you need to suffer and things need to suck. That's not what I'm saying. But a part of living is risking that, is putting yourself out there and possibly experiencing failure, possibly experiencing heartbreak, possibly experiencing just not being good enough or sucking at something, right? Like, let's say you want to pursue music, right? And you're like, I think I'm really talented. I think I am worthy of being heard. And then other people hear it and they're like, this sucks. Does that mean you shouldn't have pursued it? No. It just means that perhaps that's not the path you should be taking, but it's important that you put yourself out there. It's important that you pursue the things that bring you happiness, that bring you joy, that light you up. So then there's no question in your mind of what if. So then there's no question in your mind of maybe if I would have just put myself out there, I would have received the blessings that I wanted, or I would have received the love that I wanted, right? And then we have soulmate, you guys. Okay, so deep love, unity, and connection. I think that you guys are replacing, and I mean this again, both platonically and romantically, and with work and with your education. I think that you guys are replacing surface level connections or surface level jobs or things that you were doing to fill your day with more meaningful connection, with more meaningful activities, with more meaningful work. It feels like the goal over the next 3 months is to feel more connected again to more of this, more of like what is going to overall fulfill me emotionally, mentally, spiritually. What is going to feel the most fulfilling? So what I think is happening for you guys, group number 3, over the next 3 months is you are letting go of the expectations that other people have placed on you and that you have placed on yourself. You are healing the parts of you that don't feel good enough or that don't feel worthy. You are taking more risks and you are putting yourself out there. You are becoming more vulnerable, therefore opening yourself up to hurt, therefore opening yourself up to pain. And you're doing it willingly. You're doing it again with the understanding this could not work out. This could be painful. This could be uncomfortable, but you are doing it anyways. And I feel like in doing that, you are living a more fulfilling next 3 months. You're living a more exciting next 3 months. You are living a life that feels just more abundant. Sure. That is what I have for you. Also, I do believe some of you guys, most of you guys are making commitments. Again, this could be work commitments, relationship commitments, education commitments, but you are committing yourself to something and you are giving it your all. So that, again, is what I have for you guys, group number 3. Thank you so very much for letting me read for you today. I do hope that the messages were helpful. I'm sending you love, and that is all I've got. Sure.